All right, we're gonna get to the fourth member, Charlie Kolar. This guy, I think he's underrated as a tight end. I think he's 50. When you, Seymour, can you explain to people what 51 receptions is for a tight end in college?
Well, he reminds me a little bit. I'll throw out a name, Jeremy Shockey, back in the day when he came out of the U. I mean, this guy is he's almost like a bigger, oversized receiver. What he does, like what we see here, he's got good feel for the position. Watch how he runs through the contact. No reroute because he's big enough to do that. But he's got soft hands. He catches the ball outside of his frame, which is exactly what you want. And then he knows how to finish. So he's a real threat to defenses in the passing game because he can be a matchup nightmare.
Well, we mentioned Matt Campbell and the screen work, right? This is another element of that screen where you see them running to the screen. He's able to slip behind the defender and go make a play. And I'm so happy that you mentioned he catches the ball outside of his frame. That's why I put this clip on here. I love this one right here. You see him go a little bit in motion. And now watch him catch the ball outside of his frame. Big catch radius. You want that out of your tight end. Help your quarterback out. Every throw's not going to be a dime. So sometimes you got to catch those nickels and those pennies too.
Exactly. And when you have a quarterback who stands 6'1", that becomes paramount, right? Because you're going to have some inaccurate throws because he's trying to see behind a monster line. What I love is on this exchange route, he just kind of motors down and he hits the soft spot in the defense. He knows exactly where the cavity is. He's going to get there before the safety can. And then, as you alluded to, this guy goes and plays basketball. He attacks the ball in the air, and he's a red zone killer when he gets down there.
And he's in line. He was flexed out or in that wing spot on the previous play. This play, he's in line. But you mentioned he finds the cavity in the defense. Look at the way that he presses that linebacker to expand, but then he stays true to the hash to give his quarterback an easy throw.
That's exactly right. You spelled it out. He knows he's got the seam there, so he's, again, attacking the zone, but he's doing it by threatening the defender, pushing outside just to create some subtle separation, and then now he works up the field. And I like the guys with the big bodies. That's what we're seeing, these athletic tight ends, especially at the next level, and that's what this guy provides you with.
And this is, to me, this is the quintessential cover two beater. And it is what makes these guys so dangerous in college because there's nobody to carry them. The two safeties are expanding wide. And look at the way that he finds that void. We know that void's going to – you're a defensive guy. I'm a defensive guy. We know that void's going to be there, and a linebacker has to carry him. But Matt Campbell gives you that window dressing of the crosser. Brock Purdy looks at that window dressing a little bit, just enough to make the linebacker think he's going there, and Kolar's wide open for a touchdown.
Well, and you spoke to it. I mean, let's give Matt Campbell some credit here. I mean, he puts stress on defenses because he gives you a lot to think about, a lot to look at. And that's what he's always done. And I think what he does brilliantly is he recruits the right guy for his scheme. And I think Kolar, when you look at what he can provide, he's one of those type guys. So is Brock Purdy. And so, I think they're executing well. It shows you how good his mind is offensively. Matt Campbell's a guy that's leading this team on the right path, and they should go even higher.
Yeah, real quick, give me 10 seconds on this, C-Mart. They've been to a bowl game 3 years in a row. Obviously, we expect them to get to another bowl game. What do you think the ceiling is for this Iowa State team? Can they win a Big 12 championship?
I think that may be tough. I mean, if they can keep Matt Campbell in the seat long enough there, because he's going to be a guy that's probably going to, at some point, use this as a trampoline to get to a bigger job. But if he can stay there like he has now, I think they're going to rise. I don't know that they're going to contend for the Big 12 championship yet, but I think they're trending in the right direction.